Well, good morning. It is opening day of turkey season here in Georgia, and I am on the road. It's about 4 o'clock this morning, and I'm going to try to get there bright and early, give myself plenty of time to get set up, carrying in a couple decoys and a turkey chair and everything else that goes with turkey hunting. I'll be carrying about all I can handle, so it might take me a little bit to ease in and get set up. Never been in this spot before, so I don't know exactly what tree I'm going to pick out, or I could get set up and birds could start hammering off somewhere else and make it move, so you never know. But should be a good morning. It's a little bit warm, a little bit muggy. It's supposed to be cloudy today and warm, so we'll see how the birds react. Seems to be in the evenings. They're pretty easy to locate on the fields. In the mornings, don't seem to be on the fields quite as much. So we'll get after them this morning. Hopefully we can hear a few gobbles at least, and the goal is to kill a bird. Obviously, I feel very confident for this evening. So we're excited. Y'all stay with us. Hopefully I can get everything on camera. I've got 3 different cameras trying to capture everything, so hopefully in the heat of the moment I can get them all on record, but we'll see. Y'all stay tuned. Release Reality is brought to you by Nutrax, Superior Wildlife Development, Nutrition, and Attractants. Hunter Vision, Fog-Free Blinds.
He's gobbling hard, buddy. Is fired up this morning. As you probably figured, I got cut off by some hens and never was able to get that gobbler to come in. But he was hammering off strong. I've got a good idea where to try to set up on him the next morning I can get out here. Pretty much all the turkeys worked down into a creek bottom towards a swampy area, some hardwoods, so they didn't come up. I was a little up above where they were and they didn't come up to me, so I gave that spot a good little while and packed up and eased out. I'm sitting in a little different spot now. Made probably a 300-yard loop, trying to get kind of on the same level that these turkeys were gobbling at this morning. And I hit the mouth call just a minute ago, and I had one gobble. I mean, just if he was any further away, I couldn't hear him. It was a long ways away, but he responded, so I just moved over on the side of this hill, and we'll see if he'll come this way. If not, I've got a good game plan for the afternoon, so we'll sit here for a little while, and if nothing happens, we'll go to the truck, get some lunch, and head in for the afternoon hunt. All right, I'm back at the truck. I was able to get one to gobble, and I guess it was just a shot gobble, but I sat there probably another hour, got the videos, cameras rolling after he gobbled, obviously, and he never made another sound, and there was some thick, swampy stuff in between me and him, so I'm assuming either that held him up or it was just a shot gobble and he never planned on coming to me in the first place. But I snuck out of there, getting some lunch now. It's about 11:30, and I'm gonna sneak back in here. We've had Tom strutting and hens in this food plot I'm gonna go sit next to this evening. Pretty consistent every afternoon, anywhere from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So I'm gonna get in there early and get decoys set up and just sit and wait. I have a feeling it's a destination point for them, so I'm not gonna try to chase any of them around. But y'all stay tuned. I'll check back in with you when we get all set up. Well, here we are, headed back in. Probably about 12:30 now, so gonna get in early, and I'm just gonna sit on this food plot all evening. I don't care if they hammer off somewhere else. They've been consistently coming to it, feeding on clover and whatnot, so I'm gonna set up the decoys and get me a good hide, and hopefully we'll knock one down this evening. I know we'll see some deer. Hopefully we'll see some turkeys too. We'll see y'all when we get there.
Well, it was a fun opening day of turkey season. Saw quite a few hens, got to hear quite a few gobbles this morning. Even though I didn't get to get one, it was a lot of fun, and you learn something new every time. I think I pinned down a couple of spots where these turkeys are wanting to be at in the morning, where they seem to be moving off to, and the evenings, I'm kind of surprised I didn't see a tom or a gobbler or even a jake this evening come to the food plot. Normally they're in there, but it was good either way. Saw some deer as well. Had a good time. So we'll be back after it here soon, and we'll have one down here before you know it. So y'all just stick with us, and we'll see you next time. Good morning, everybody. Jonathan here, and it is Tuesday morning, first week of turkey season here in Georgia. And me and Chris this morning, we are headed out to do some turkey hunting, and we're super excited. The weather's really nice today. It rained and thunderstormed yesterday, but this morning the low's about 50 degrees and a lot more mild than it was Saturday, so a little bit cooler, but it is going to be calm and sunny to partly cloudy. So the weather conditions are looking good. We're going to divide and conquer this morning. I'm going to go on one side of the property. He's going to go on the far end on the other side. We'll be about a mile apart, and see if we can't strike us up a good gobbler this morning. Since it rained yesterday, I'll be sneaking down into a creek bottom where the birds I heard Saturday all kind of worked their way to, and the birds I was able to strike up later in the morning, they were all down in this same creek bottom, just a little bit further away. So I'm going to get down there, and I think I can creep in, even if I have to get close to one or walk under one, with these with the ground being wet and there's no moonlight tonight. The moon doesn't even rise till about 9 o'clock this morning, so it's dark. I've got me a little green stealth light to ease in the morning, and I'll be getting there about 5:15ish, so a couple hours before daylight even starts, for me to ease in. Give me an hour to ease in and set up. Should have an hour or so of just quiet time before they even think about waking up. So we're excited. Hopefully we'll get some good video, and maybe we'll get us a turkey this morning. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We'll see you in the woods here in just a minute.
buddy. Yeah, but first be by myself into that strutting tom. Yes. You see, boy, I'm shaking like right up in that chair. Boy, heck yeah. I don't know how much of that I got on video. I had to use my action camera. Those jokers came running. It was a Miss Longbeard and a Jake. And I struck them up I was about 200 yards up the ridge when I heard them gobble. I cut the distance in half, come running down here. Set up my decoy. Set up my decoy right there. And sitting right back in there. He came running in. Hopefully that action camera got it, but I don't even know how to act right now. This is my first turkey. First solo kill turkey. I'm still shaking. Oh, thank you, Lord. It was awesome. We'll get them cleaned up a little and get some better pictures. Man, somewhere along the way, I lost my lay down hen decoy. I gotta find her on the way out, but I was booking it down here to try to get set up. Now I'm glad I did, because I just barely made it in time. Barely. Man, that was awesome. So I started this morning, maybe 400 yards straight behind me, and pretty dead silent all morning. In fact, the only bird I heard all morning was nowhere near me, not even on our property. So, but I stayed there till about 9:30. Decided I was going to go to a different spot, and I got the decoys up, packed everything up, which is a ton of junk to carry, and headed up the road. Figured I'd call one more time before I got out of here, and buddy, these jokers fired off. And I called again, and they fired off again, so I cut the distance 3 times till I got about 250 yards, 200 yards. Got in this real pretty green bottom, and they came in silent. Man, they shut up from there. I called one time from this tree, and that was it. In fact, I was looking down at my phone, and I looked up, and both of these birds were already at like 40 yards coming. So awesome morning. Hopefully Chris will get on one soon. I don't think he's heard much, but I didn't either until now. So we'll take some pictures for you and start the work, get this thing out of here. So I just wanted y'all to see my setup real quick. So here's my strutting decoy. You can barely see the chair. I was up in there up against that huge tree, and man, it worked perfect. I had that camo wrapped around me, and they were really close, and I was sitting there hitting record and moving around trying to just get a shot on these jokers. I shot them somewhere right through here. Yeah, there's my wad right there. You can see the marks on the tree. His head was right next to this tree. There's the wad right there. So Winchester Longbeards, number 5s. Done it again. But yeah, from back there, shoot, they couldn't see nothing. It's a good hide. But yeah, where I first struck him was 400 yards that away at least. Well, 200 yards that way. He was at least 400 yards when I got him to gobble back this direction. So real pretty bottom. I'm gonna mark this on Onyx just to remember this spot, and looks like a good little spot to sneak into again. All right, here he is. It was a good morning this morning. Fortunately, I got the action camera on this turkey before I took the shot, but as you'll see, he come running into the decoy with a Jake just a few minutes after I had called, and last I heard him, he was still a couple hundred yards away, but he cut the distance pretty quick. If I had taken any more time to set up the decoy, he would have had me spotted for sure. But all in all, it was a great hunt. Pretty slow morning. I only heard one bird gobble before daylight, and it was a long ways away, well off our property, and sat till probably 9:30 and decided to head to the truck and go to a different road. And before I got to the truck, I called one time, and this guy, he hammered off about 400 plus yards away, and I cut the distance quick. But pretty turkey. He's got some good spurs, nice beard, and super blessed, super excited to go chase another one soon. Thank y'all for watching.